Alright. Alright, gents. Welcome to day 2. So yesterday you guys would have done a lot of stuff going over handbook, going over procedures, going over some theoretical things as far as when you're actually dealing with calls. Today is going to be all about vehicle stops. There's going to be obviously there's 2 different types of stops. As well as some other maneuvers, such as a pit maneuver, is another thing that we are going to be. Give me one moment. Okay, so like I said, this is your vehicular operation class. So we've got theoretical traffic stop, theoretical felony stops, some pursuit techniques. We've got some videos, as well as the traffic felony simulations and the pursuit and pit training. Once that is finished up, at this time right now, the command, including the sheriff himself, they're in a command meeting. But once that's up, they will either meet us here or we will head down there and finish up day 2, which is going to be including your guys' swearing in. Alright, so for traffic operations, traffic stops. A traffic stop, known in radio codes as a 1051, is when an officer pulls over another vehicle. They can be conducted for many different reasons, such as the officer witnessing a vehicle committing a traffic infraction, or things such as if the officer suspects the driver to be under the influence. Best way to refer to it is going to be as a suspect vehicle. So let's go ahead and.
Alright, so it looks like we're doing something on the Academy Discord, so I'll probably skip past this part because there's probably some videos, and it's kind of a pain, and it doesn't make too much sense to include, but I'll skip to whatever part is going on next. It's not part of the Discord, and I'll see you guys when that is happening.
It's apparently right. Alright, well, at this point right now, we're ready to go on out, and we can start doing some practical. I will have
I can take Mr. Kabali in my cruiser.
Well, at this point, this is 1051s, so this is, yeah, a little bit different. This is, I want you guys to show them how it's done first, and then I want them to each do it.
All right.
Just see it so they know how to,
I'm gonna get my taser out for you, Carpenter.
Yeah, I need
Go ahead and go on out, guys.
Yo,
What's
hey,
up, bud?
Alright, looks like we're doing the
I can
actual
take you
practical
with me
part
over
now.
to an area where we can
Alright, thank you.
where we can do the practicing or whatever.
Okay,
What?
no, so what I was going to do is, what we can do is have, for the 1051s, have 2 people in the car that's getting pulled over and have 2 people in the car pulling
In
them
the car?
over.
Getting pulled over. That's never happened to me.
No, there's 2, 2 people we have 4 trainees, so 2 and 2. Wait.
Did we lose?
Wait,
We
where's
lost
3 training.
Where is Uche?
There, he's there. He's over there.
Oh.
Oh.
I was like, holy
At
shit.
least I didn't lose a cadet.
Okay, so yeah, let's get 2 of you. So like Hosa, Kabali, why don't you guys hop in? You guys are gonna be getting pulled over first, and then we'll have Massey and Uchi pulling y'all over. You guys can hop on. You guys can hop on to 911.2 in case anyone else gets lost. All right, So as you can see, he's got his vehicle poked out, so that way it's going to help block in case anyone were to come sideswipe. If I'm standing where I'm standing, it's going to help to protect me. Obviously, it's still possible to get hit, but it's going to severely lower the chances. All right, so you always want to make sure that you're kind of poked out a little bit. All right.
Oh boy.
All right, Adams. Yeet 'em.
1 Alpha
Started.
20 dispatch showing a 1051 with a white Crown Vic times 2 occupants on Fort Zancudo. License plate SAS DCV1. Code 4, code 6.
Okay, so code 4, means no further assistance is needed. Code 6 means he is
out of the vehicle.
Out of his vehicle.
Boom. We're getting there. We're learning slowly. Very, 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 very slowly.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can scoot up.
Hello, sir. My name's Deputy Adams with the Sheriff's Department. You know why I pulled you over today?
No, sir.
So it appears you were recklessly driving and driving through a fence. Can I see your license registration, and can you also turn off the engine? Alright, Mr. Hoser, just give me a second. See, at this point you would walk back to your cruiser, you would log on to the embassy.
Go ahead and follow.
And search the man's name.
Yeah. So...
Then you'd see, obviously, if there's any priors.
You're going to take a look at their record. You're going to be able to compare that to figuring out how you want to proceed. You can decide to give them a warning.
It's at your discretion, kind of thing.
Absolutely. I should absolutely be able to trust your judgment.
If they're nice, I usually just give them a warning. If they're an arsehole,
Yeah.
ticket.
Yeah, exactly. Unless it's a felony, you have the discretion.
Alright, so then once you're done, you would say along the lines of, once I turn off my lights, you'll be free to go. And you walk back to your cruiser, you turn off your lights, you set it to dispatch, you say your calls, so 1 off the 20 dispatch, will last 10:51, 10:99, 10:08 from Fort St. Good. That's what you would say on the radio.
That's store Raleigh, that's close to us.
Yeah.
So,
Do we
when
need
it-
to
when
know
it-
all these
in that
numbers
area.
now?
What's that?
Do we need to know all these numbers now?
The 10:90, the
you-
10. the
you
10
will,
codes,
you will.
You'll learn them over your FTPs.
The more you do them, the more you'll remember them.
Because I do not know them now, so...
Yeah. When
No,
I was
you're not
in
gonna
Academy,
know 'em now.
I was really,
Henry?
really confused.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're not gonna know them now. Like I
Oh,
said,
okay.
we don't
So we
expect
don't
you to
have
know
to-
them all.
So we don't have to do this like
give my
exactly
ID
how
back.
he did it now.
I definitely would like you guys to attempt to in every way possible. One thing very specifically, just like I said before, your guys' contact is going to always be professional. You're going to greet them professionally and courteously. You are going to end the traffic stop courteously and professionally. You're going to thank them. You are going to obviously be that better person. I don't care how rude and ignorant they're being. You are always going to be the better person.
Yeah, never stoop to their type of level.
Alright, cool.
So,
Alright.
can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to point out, and there's nothing against you, Adams, but I want the trainees to know. Typically, you want to give the reason for pulling them over after you already run their license and whatnot. That way, they're a little more compliant. Usually, hopefully, you need a cough.
Like I said in the classroom, you are to get their ID first before anything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
They-
I always seem to make that
they-
mistake.
They might ask why you pulled me over first. You get their ID first, because if they try to take off, you need to know who the hell you're talking to.
Yeah, true.
All right. Hosa, Kabali, as far as that went, was there anything that you guys missed? Is there any kind of questions you might have in that? Probably the radio calls, I'm assuming.
I think they got the most part. If it is
Yeah.
a 1053, which is felony, right?
No, 1052 is going to be a felony.
1052. And we know that they possibly might be armed. Should we ask them to turn off the engine and possibly get out of the car first, or how should we handle
Yep.
that?
So we will go over at 1052. Absolutely.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's a definitely a very different situation.
Okay, so when you pull up and you do the stop, obviously you run the plate. If you notice that he has a current warrant and is a felon, you then want to radio in for additional 1032s. So it'd just be 152 to dispatch. Can I please get an additional 2 additional 1032s for a 1052? When they arrive, you want to position yourself like this. When everyone's in position, the two main cars will get out. They want to pop their door for cover, And then the back unit is known as the pursuit unit. So the reason why we found out like this is for cover. So I'll reach out for the megaphone, give them the instructions, and Wild will be there with the gun pointing towards them. West is in the back just in case they do pursue. So you can have like 5 or 6 cruisers doing this, but the back unit will always be positioned like that because if they flee, then the cruiser is straight on them straight away, and we can jump back in the cruiser and start the pursuit. If everyone's out, it's just lost time. Okay, please turn your engine off. Take the keys out of your ignition. Okay, put both your hands out of the window. And open the door from the outside and slowly get out. Okay, I want you to raise your hands. Okay. Now with your left hand, I want you to raise the bottom of your shirt slightly, so I can see your waist. Okay. Now I want you to do a 360-degree turn. Okay. Now I want you to slowly walk backwards to my voice. Until I tell you to stop. Backwards.
My God.
Okay, now stop. Okay, and then another unit. When they get close enough, another person will go in for the cuffs and secure them. With this, you have to do each individual one by one, because they could all be felons and they could all have weaponry. Because if you get them all out at the same time, it just takes you one. You can make one mistake, and then one of them could get a gun out and just fuck you all up.
So should you also instruct them for everyone else to stay in the car while you're saying for one person to get out?
It's pretty much, yeah, when...
Okay.
So when Adam's in cuffs, that's when you get the next person out.
Yep. All one at a time.
And would
Positioning
Lolly...
and...
Sorry.
Go ahead, Kabali.
Would
Yeah.
Lolly handcuff him while Gator watches, or would it be the other way around?
So, in this position, you would be the main person operating the things. So Gator would come round, take him out of the way, and then we could carry on if there's more units.
Okay.
So yes, positioning and communication is key in a 1052, and it's always one person as the lead unit. Okay, you start getting multiple people throwing out information, throwing out orders. The suspect can get confused, can do the wrong thing, and it can just lead to chaos.
Okay, so just one person directing at a time?
One person, yep, one person only giving out the orders.
Gotcha.
And at that point, rank really doesn't matter. It's whoever the primary is on the scene.
It's whoever the primary is, yes. It does not matter about rank. Everyone should know who the primary is that's asking
Hell
for
yeah,
the
brother.
1032.
Gotcha.
Is primary the first one there, or
Yeah.
Correct.
Primary be
Yes.
the
Okay.
one that's in lead. You need what do you need? Cough drop. West. I couldn't think.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Primary is whoever initiated the stop, whoever is the first person there, especially the person that is asking for the 1032s.
okay?
Okay. Let's see here. So let's. I mean, does anybody have any additional questions before we kind of start doing a little bit of practicing on it? Okay. All right. So we're gonna have. Let's get 2 people in the scout over there. 1 person in this car and 1 person in that car.
That's cool.
And I want you guys to all pull away from here. I want you guys to bring your cars back exactly like this. I want them to be lined up correctly. Positioning is important. Carpenter, get the hell up.
So are we assuming that I already ran the plates and know that it's a car with warrants on it? Jackson?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Alright, so now I do Frank to dispatch conducting a 1052 on a white Crown Victoria at 4 Zancudo Approach Road, license plate SASD VC1, 2 occupants, code 4 and code 6. And then what I call for,
No.
code 4, and then what I call for backup.
It's not code 4 at all. So you're conducting a 1052. You can finish all the rest of that, but instead of code 4, code 6, you're going to ask for additional 1032s to your location.
So requesting additional 1032s at Fort Zancudo Approach Road for backup, or what would be the reason? Just for backup?
No. So the way that the call would go would be what'd you say, Frank 69? Okay, so Frank 69 in dispatch. Show me conducting 1052 on a white Crown Vic, occupied ×2, license plate such and such, at Fort Zancudo Approach. Requesting additional 1032s to my location.
Okay.
All right. 1032s, come on up.
God, this is gonna take a while for me to learn.
Keep going. All right, right there. All right, and then Uchi, we just want to make sure, as long as you have a clear line of sight. The problem is to see when him standing there at his door. You could possibly get close to hitting him or his door.
So it was the wrong choice.
Now
driving the car.
back up. There you go. Perfect. Okay.
I guess.
So you don't want to be. Here's what it is. You don't want to be in this side of traffic, but you do want to be able to shoot across and out and open when you can.
I knew there was a bolo on it. I didn't think we were
So
gonna
you actually want your
you
you
tell
don't want
me
your
and
front
I
end
would just
over the
driven
line.
Right
there, perfect. Okay. All right, Uchi, you can go ahead and come on out and over.
Driver, please.
All right.
Oh, can I go?
Nope. Yep. Absolutely.
Driver, please take your keys and throw them out the window, sir. Can you both please put your hands out of the windows and make no sudden movements? Driver, please slowly open the door from the outside, get out of the car very slowly, no sudden movements, and put your hands up, facing away from me. Passenger, please keep your hands out the window and stay still. Now I'm going to want you to slowly, very slowly reach down with your left hand, lift your shirt up very slowly, and then do a quick 360-degree circle for me. Alrighty, so I'm going to want you to back up very, very slowly to the sound of my voice. Alrighty, sir, there you go. Please get on your knees, sir.
Alright, so now here's what you would do then. Obviously the driver and the like yourself, Hosa, and Kabali would still have weapons drawn on the man. That's when Massey or that's when one person would come up would move forward. Okay. The rest of you are then going to obviously keep firearms on him, keep an eye on, especially if there's any other occupants, because obviously if you all come up to this one, especially if you have another person in there, you've lost sight of them then. Okay.
So like in this situation, should Hosa stay on the passenger since he has the clearest view, and then Massey comes up to cuff this one?
It definitely can help that way, absolutely. Obviously, you're not always going to have a partner patrol with you. So I don't want anyone to get used to that potential situation.
Oh yeah.
Always make sure that you keep your eyes open, keep your eyes ready for any potential sudden movements. If the person in the passenger seat hops out and starts taking off running, and everybody's focused their attention on Stronov here, that person has a much higher chance of getting away. So, okay. Any other questions before we rotate?
Yes, so in the case that
Okay.
we do know that the person that had gotten out of the car does have a weapon on him and he does attempt to take off, what would we do in that situation?
So if they go to take off, you have your weapons drawn. So when it comes down to it, majority of the time, not majority of the time, sorry, you are going to have lethal pointed at the person. Okay. I mean, they definitely could try to take off. What you would do at that point, since they're just trying to run, that's going to initiate a 1080 Foxtrot, which is going to be a foot pursuit. While they are running, you could always swap from your lethal to non-lethal and attempt to stop them with that.
Even
So
if
you could
they have
switch
a
over to
lethal
your
on
taser.
them? Like if we know they have a lethal and they start running away.
Here's the thing, though. Just like you guys would have learned in the first day, it is all going to be about force continuum. What is the purpose of the force continuum?
To know when to use force and when not to use force and how much of it to use.
It's yes. It's all about lowering down the force. Okay, so it's all about going from a level 4 to a level 3 to a level 2. It's all about bringing it down. All right. So if you obviously if you have a fear for your life and you need to use your lethal, absolutely. But just know that obviously if you know have breached the force continuum and there's no necessity for that, then that's potentially an issue.
Okay, so basically, if he's running away, try and keep it to non-lethal, and then if he tries to turn around, then it would change into a lethal situation.
Right. So what you
Okay.
could do in a situation like this, you're going to have additional 1032s. If they try to take off running, okay, so you've got 3 people here. So what's to stop one person from switching over to non-lethal and the other 2 keeping their lethal? Nothing. That's perfectly fine. It's always a good idea to have that option. You're gonna always want to try to go for non-lethal if possible first. It's always to preserve life. Preservation of life is first and foremost.
Could I say something?
Sure.
When I had academy, we were told to do a half and half of half lethal, half non-lethal.
Correct. Correct.
So I'd recommend to like do something like that.
It is good to have that. Obviously, whenever it comes down to a 1052, it's really going to depend. I mean, if you had somebody that was had a warrant out for their arrest for armed robbery or attempted murder or things of that nature, no, I mean, I would go full lethal just in case, because you really never know. If they get out of the car and they have a damn rifle strapped to their back, I would not go non-lethal at all. All right, so every situation can have subtle variation. Every situation can be different, and that's where it's important that you know how to adjust your own frame of mind each time. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and rotate one more again. So then it's going to be Hosa in the pursuit, Cavalli in the passenger, Massey in the driver of the scout, and then Uchi, you're going to be in the secondary unit.
Alright, so I'm going to probably skip past this so you guys aren't seeing the same situation again, and skip over to whatever next part of this is going on. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying
What's
this,
up, Gator?
the training stuff. I know, again, this video is going to be very long, but hopefully you guys have been enjoying, and I'll cut to the next part of the training.
Okay, no, they're just normal shares
Negative,
in Land
you
Cruiser.
can
Okay.
inflate you, it's fine.
Right. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be doing pit maneuvers. Do any of you know how to do a pit maneuver? Have any of you read up on how to do it and stuff? So what we need is one deputy in a cruiser with one recruit. The recruit will be driving. We'll get Adams demonstrating the first pit. You guys can all watch, and then we'll all take turns pitting the vehicle ahead. Okay. Okay. If all deputies want to get in the driver's seat for now, all the recruits get in the passenger seat, and we'll go through the pit technique. Yep. Yes, right, that's
head northwest, Great Ocean Highway, taking a left-hand turn, going right into the facility on the right. Still continuing straight into the facility. If we can get someone at the entrance to block off. Taking a left-hand turn, exiting the facility. Going back into the main strip, taking a right-hand turn, going westbound, taking another right, going northbound. Going through the same facility, exiting it, going going east on Great Ocean Highway. Taking a left-hand turn into this parking lot if we can block off the entrance. Doing circles, heading back to the exit of it.
Block the entrance.
He has nowhere to go.
Alright, what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? Block them in. No, don't move your cars. Do not move your cars.
He has nowhere to go.
Yeah, just keep following him, because he could get out and jump over something.
Alright, we got 2 units on him.
Alright, go in there, go in there.
He ain't gonna get
Jump,
far. Oh,
Getting out of the vehicle.
Stop moving, sir. Stop moving. Are
Put
you
your hands
okay?
up.
Stop moving.
Put your hands up.
Stop moving.
You've
Put
got an
your
AR
hands
to
up.
your face.
uh-oh. Wait, I haven't heard a single call out. Oh, okay, you got him.
Will be tased.
I give up.
Hey, so you will be tased.
Okay, someone go for cuffs. If you have any, so just pretend. Watch out for crossfire.
Watch your crossfire, yeah, watch your line.
So I'm seeing
Yeah, suspects in cuffs.
people to my right and people to my left, all in crossfire.
People.
Yeah,
Alright.
put some to sea management. at this
Okay.
point.
And what did we learn? First of all, pursuit is not only bumper car and high-speed vehicles, it is intelligence to some sorts. If I'm going 20 times in a circle, then that would mean, hey, let's break the circle. If I'm going inside a location where I can't escape, let's block off the entrance, but there's always another way out on foot. So we must always be vigilant of our surroundings and look at what the driver is doing, because this happens all the time during pursuits. A person is going in circles. Well, what can we do? We can place a roadblock. But what if the roadblock moves? All of a sudden the roadblock moves and it crashes into, or the other vehicles crash into the roadblock, and you've derailed the entire pursuit. So it's very hard. Yeah, you guys are newbies, but it's not as easy as it seems.
So I had a couple questions, or like just I guess one main question. So if we are doing a roadblock, we do not move at all during that roadblock, correct?
You
Or
don't
if we're going to
move a
box in?
single
Okay,
in
okay.
Never.
during
So
a
the last
roadblock.
pursuit vehicle has
Well,
passed
yeah.
you.
Yeah. If you do that, then that's calculated catastrophe.
And then when boxing
Yep.
someone in, after we have them in a box, we should not move if they try to escape as well.
Yeah. If you have the vehicle boxed in, you don't ram into it. You just slightly adjust your vehicle so that he can't escape.
Gotcha.
Corporal West, I don't know if you want to do one more run or if you want to swear the people in. That's up to you.
Y'all wanna do one more?
Can I please sit on the side? I feel so sick.
Yeah, we were going around in circles for quite a while there.
Can I drive?
I guess we can do one more.
Alright, we can do one more, just not do it as,
Circle-y?
Circle-y, yeah.
And Adam's
My
gonna
head
be the
was
bad.
spinning.
2 hours later.
Right, all of you go ahead, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will protect and support the Bill of Rights of San Andreas,
That I will
that I will
protect
protect and
and
support the Bill of Rights of San Andreas
of San Andreas
of San Andreas
against all enemies, foreign or otherwise.
against all enemies and
That I will be truthful and faithful when protecting the Bill of Rights of San Andreas,
I will
And I will be truthful and faithful while protecting the rights of
Yes. And its citizen.
And it's citizens.
That I will protect the rights of every citizen
That I will
protect the rights of every citizen
and their life and liberty
and their life
and their
and
life and
liberty
liberty
from any unlawful threat.
from any unlawful threat.
That I will uphold the Bill of Rights,
That I will uphold the Bill of Rights.
the penal
The penal code
and all other legally binding documents of San Andreas.
And all other legally binding documents of San Andreas.
That I will faithfully discharge my duties upon which I am about to enter.
I will faithfully discharge my duties upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations, you're now deputy trainees of the San Andreas Sheriff's
That's a little
Department.
scuffed.
I'm going to call your name and you're going to receive your badge. First, Massey Calvin. Congratulations. Kobali Zez. Congratulations, Deputy.
Thank you, sir. Takes another badge from the box arms that says alongside the handshake. Thank you, sir. Alright, I think that's gonna be about it. Probably just gonna cut it here because it's gonna take us a long. This video is gonna be very, very long video. So I think I'm gonna cut it here, not extend it out to any more than it needs to be. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this whole process of us going through the academy and everything. Hopefully some of you have actually watched up until this point. I doubt a lot of you have, but if you have, thank you very much. And if you have been enjoying this stuff and the whole entire session in general, hope it's gonna be a little more action in the future now that we finally have our badge. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like, and if you want to, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.